Have you ever wondered why some bird baths are constantly filled with birds while others, possibly even yours, seem to sit empty? Well, here's the secret. It's often not the bird bath, it's what's growing around it. The right plants make birds feel safe, provide food and shelter, and attract the insects many species rely on. Today, I'm sharing my favorite plants to grow around a bird bath that may be the missing piece your backyard is lacking. And be sure to stick around until the end, because I'll also share a few of my favorite herbs to plant nearby, along with a few additional mistakes you might be making, even with the best of intentions, that could be keeping birds away from your backyard. In just about every list of the best plants for attracting birds, coneflowers are right near the top. They're one of the best choices you can grow if you want to support birds throughout multiple seasons. During the summer, their colorful blooms attract bees and butterflies, but when those flowers begin to fade, resist the urge to cut them back. Those dried seed heads become a valuable food source for goldfinches, chickadees, nuthatches, and other seed-loving birds throughout the fall and winter. As an added bonus, coneflowers are incredibly drought-tolerant and thrive in full sun, making them the perfect companion plant for a sunny bird bath. Now, if you love hummingbirds, bee balm belongs right near your bird bath. Its bright red, pink, or purple blooms act like a giant welcome sign for hummingbirds, while butterflies and other beneficial pollinators can't resist them either. The fragrant, almost minty foliage also helps discourage deer and rabbits from browsing the nearby plants. The taller varieties are also quite whimsical, swaying gently in the breeze and adding constant movement to your garden. The cheerful yellow flowers of the black-eyed Susan do double duty. Throughout summer, they attract pollinators, and once fall arrives, their seed heads become a buffet for finches and sparrows. Leave the seed heads standing as long as possible instead of deadheading every flower. The birds will definitely thank you. Another hummingbird favorite is the cardinal flower. Its brilliant scarlet blooms are simply one of those flowers hummingbirds cannot resist. Because it naturally grows near streams and ponds, it also appreciates the slightly wetter conditions that often exist around bird baths. If you garden in an area with intense summer heat, be sure to give it some afternoon shade. Every bird-friendly garden needs at least one shrub or small tree. The only woody plant on my list today is the serviceberry. It's not only one of my favorites, but it's also native. In spring, its pretty white flowers feed the early pollinators. Then, in summer, the berries attract dozens of bird species, and its dense branching provides safe shelter from predators. It's basically the ultimate year-round wildlife plant, and it's beautiful too. Next on my list are ornamental grasses. They are one of those landscape plants that many gardeners overlook, but birds never do. Little bluestem, switchgrass, and prairie dropseed all provide nesting material, shelter from predators, and seeds throughout the fall and winter. The gentle movement also helps birds feel more secure as they approach a bird bath. Next is Joe Pieweed, and don't let that name fool you. This is one of the best native plants you can grow, especially near a bird bath. Its towering flower clusters attract butterflies and countless other pollinators. Those insects become a valuable food source for birds raising young chicks. Birds aren't just looking for seeds, they also need protein. In fact, many species rely heavily on insects during nesting season to feed their growing young. Salvia, also known as meadow sage, blooms for months on end, giving hummingbirds a reliable source of nectar throughout much of the summer. Many salvias are also drought-tolerant once established, making them easy care additions around a bird bath. Simply deadhead the spent flowers to keep the fresh blooms coming. Remember that list of herbs I promised? Well, before we wrap up and I share a few additional mistakes you may be making around your bird bath, I want to share a few herbs that just do it all. They add fragrance to the garden, provide fresh herbs for your kitchen, attract insects that birds love to eat, and some can even help discourage unwanted pests. First up is lavender. The essential oils it produces help deter pests like mosquitoes, and may even help protect delicate songbirds such as American goldfinches and black-capped chickadees from those blood-feeding avian mites. Its flower spikes also provide the perfect perch for small birds, giving them a safe place to land and wait their turn at the bird bath. Thyme can be grown around the ground surrounding your bird bath to create a natural, softer surface for birds. The edge of a bird bath can sometimes get a little slippery, so a low-growing ground cover like thyme can provide a safer place for birds' little feet. It also makes an excellent living mulch that helps keep weeds at bay. And last but not least, fennel, which can actually grow quite tall. It provides perching spots for birds looking to bathe safely. Plus, it attracts insects that serve as valuable food sources for your birds, and its sturdy umbrella-like seed heads offer an ideal landing spot for indigo buntings and chickadees. So, we've established that the right plants can make a huge difference, but they're only one part of the picture. If birds still aren't visiting your bird bath, you could be making one of these 3 common mistakes that make it less appealing, or even cause birds to avoid it altogether. First, consider adding moving water. Birds are naturally attracted to the sound and movement of water because it signals a safe place to drink and bathe. A small solar fountain can be an easy upgrade. It adds gentle ripples, helps keep the water fresher, discourages mosquitoes, and makes your bird bath much more noticeable. Next, think about placement. Birds need to feel safe while bathing because they're vulnerable when their feathers are wet. Place your bird bath somewhere with a clear view of the surrounding area so they can spot potential predators. Nearby shrubs and plants are helpful for shelter, but avoid placing them too close where cats or other predators could hide. And make sure your bird bath is stable. A wobbly bath or one that's too exposed can make birds feel unsafe. And lastly, a dirty bird bath is one of the quickest ways to lose visitors. Birds prefer fresh, clean water, so refresh the water regularly and consider adding a copper disc to the bowl. These little copper discs act like nature's own filter, helping to keep the water cleaner and reducing that slimy green algae buildup. So instead of weekly scrubbing, you'll simply dump the old water and refill it with fresh. I've added a link in the description below to my favorite Melbury copper disc. It's been a simple addition that has really helped reduce the time I spend cleaning and maintaining my bird baths. Clean water, a safe space, and the right plants are all the key ingredients for a bird-friendly backyard. Even adding a handful of these simple plant choices can make a noticeable difference in the number and variety of birds that stop by. I'd love to know, which birds visit your bird bath the most? Cardinals, goldfinches, hummingbirds? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and happy gardening!